Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix. You just saw the game 2 between aSh and FBW. We've currently got the teams tied, so we're going to head into a best of 3 here to decide how this match is going to end. And now we're going to go into our third game, which could be a little bit more one-sided just statistically, but you never know what's going to happen. As Forrest Gump always says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get unless you read the instructions. So that quote doesn't make any sense, does it? Either way, let's have a look at who our players are going to be. Okay, so for FBW, we have the man himself, Stealth Best American player of Brood War. Doesn't play in too many tournaments, but thankfully here he is in the STPL, finally showing his style, his games off on stream again. Of course, he does stream quite a lot, so I mean, if you do want to check out his stream, you can actually watch him playing quite often. Very, very strong player in himself. He did go 1 win so far this round. He's actually 1-0 against Zerg as well, so this is his debut round in the STPL, and starting off on a high is TT1 for FBW, but his opponent gonna be for aSh, their other co-captain. It's gonna be jOjO. Now jOjO, the name of obviously a very, very famous and brilliant manga, but also the name of this player here. He is a Zerg playing for aSh, of course. His race stats are a little bit funky, so not going to mention those, but last round he did get a win and 2 losses. Now this is going to be a tough game for him up against TT1, but let's see if he can do it as they move on to Neo Ground Zero. Now Zerg actually with a little bit of an advantage when it comes to stats so far in the STPL. That's including the show matches and round 1 or round 3 even. Neo Ground Zero, 4-player map, corner spawns, mineral only thirds, and 2 gas bases in the middle right and middle left. Now that does allow Protoss and Zerg to expand to a very aggressive position if they do so choose to, but usually Zerg will take another main in this base and another natural even and secure the main, go for a more savior-esque style, but hopefully we're going to have a little bit of a longer game here, but I'm sure TT1 has some of his special tactics up for display. So let's actually head on over to the game. It's game 3 of round 3, week 2 STPL, FBW versus aSh, TT1 versus jOjO. Okay, so spawning us off in the 2 o'clock position, we have the green Protoss fighting for FBW. It's TT1. Now his opponent down here in the bottom left-hand position is in the white fighting for aSh. It's gonna be jOjO. And now I do wonder what we're going to see from TT1 here. It does look like he is going to go for walls, so no crazy one base plays coming in from him here. We're going to see likely a 12 hatch coming in from jOjO. Could be a 12 pool though. I know it's actually going to be a 9 pool even. I completely got that. Well, that's an 8 pool even. What the heck? An 8 pool coming in from jOjO. Now jOjO is going for an all-in here. He wants to see if he can take out TT1. Before TT1 gets into his strongest point, he's going to be going gateway first. So I get the feeling we're going to see another bit of a weird PvZ here. Just purely based on the openings. Now if the 8 pool can get in and do a decent amount of damage, then maybe jOjO has a chance. But of course if this doesn't do enough damage, he is going to be fighting from a deficit. But if there's one Zerg on aSh that can fight from a deficit, it's going to be jOjO. Now jOjO, of course, his spawning pool is going to finish up. He actually scouted cross with his drone. So he is going to be feeling a little bit interesting here now. Oh my god. Well, there's no way he's going to hide a hatchery, is there? Like, the building would have seen this come in. There's absolutely no way he's proxying a hatchery. I refuse to believe it. But he's keeping the drone alive up there. Now, the firstlings have been finished. He is saving his money behind this. He's not actually able to add any more units on. So maybe we are going to see a proxy hatchery. I kind of want to keep an eye on that drone. Going to be keeping a close eye on the minimap. Now, the drone is moving back. The first zealot is on the way. Probe scout coming in as well. I don't believe the probe actually saw the lings coming out, so that's going to be a little bit unfortunate, and there we go. I told you it was going to be weird. jOjO saw Faust build last game, and he wants some of that action. He's going for the proxy. Now, is it going to work? jOjO has the initiative here, unlike Faust in the last game. And TT1's trying to go for a Nexus. This could be a huge mistake. After only going for one Zealot, the probe could even go, or the pylon even, could go down. Now he's adding on another pylon. The first set of lings look like they're going to go down. A little bit of a mistake, but going to delay the third Zealot. Now, of course, he is only delaying it for a short period, but we are going to see another lot of lings moving out. They are only slow lings, though. He's not added on any gas. But what is the plan here by jOjO with this hatchery? Obviously, the Zealots are going to be up here now. They're going to be able to defend with the probes. So that is certainly something. Now, weirdly enough, TT1 has forgotten that the the drone went into his base. So he does not know to scout for that hatchery just yet. I mean, if you turn off TT1's vision, he is never going to scout over there. And here we go, looks like the first set of, or the second set of lings even, is round 2 over here on the OK Corral. Going to be moving up. There is only 3 Zealots for now, the 4th Zealot about to come in. But there's also a cannon coming in, but that's not the major issue. jOjO going for a creep colony in here, going to be able to keep his hatchery alive against a small amount of Zealots, and all jOjO needs to do is get TT1 to waste all of his money at the front. He's going to be sending on more Zerglings out, still not going for a Vespene Geyser, still hasn't actually added any more probes on, so he is 100% going completely all in with this. He's actually going to be pushing forward with creep colonies. There is no way he's going to make this work. We're going to see TT1 with vision over the creep now, but he doesn't see it unless he looks. He's not sending his Zealots back. This could be a huge error on the way of TT1. Now if the oh my god, he sent the drone into vision of TT1. The creep getting ever closer. TT1 pushing out with his Zealots. He's not going to have anything at home. You see him pulling them back immediately. He sees the creep now. He sees the sunken colony. It's going to be cannons against sunkens and the Zealots, but that's going to allow the lings to move in on the natural. This is a perfectly executed strategy here by jOjO. Going to be focusing the first of those Zealots. The second sunken not going to finish up, but the back sunken's only one of them actually supporting the front one. This could be a little bit of a problem, but the Zealots really low on health. The cannons about to finish up the lings. Not quite managing to make it in. Great block by TT1. But it's going to be cannons against sunkens now. And this is going to be a lot more numerous for TT1. I think he's held. It's going to be so difficult for jOjO to do any further damage. He's actually trying to transition out now. He's going into another hatchery. Going to try and drone up behind this. And of course this hatchery is going to be alive for a while. There is 4 cannons worth of minerals in the main that once this is cleaned up are not going to do anything. But jOjO is trying to do what he can. His attack didn't work, it was close. But TT1 with the perfect response with those 4 cannons, keeping him in the game for the time being, of course. Protoss is in a huge advantage right now just on supply. And that's mainly in probes even. So, I mean, things are not looking good for our Zerg hero here for aSh, but it's still not over. He is going to be able to add more and more drones on. There is always the chance there is going to be some kind of counterattack, so TT1 a little bit less likely to move out on the map to try and kill jOjO. So this hatchery is going to keep him in the game for at least a little bit. We're actually going to have another lot of lings coming in here. Still no gas though. That is going to be quite a problem. And now it looks like we've got the zealots against lings in the middle of the map. A probe coming down here as well, going to help do a little bit of extra damage. Finally, the gas is coming in, but most of jOjO's production is actually going down in the main, so he doesn't actually have that much back home, and I say that, and he's got a lot more lings. They don't have speed, but they look like they do. And here we go, he is going to be trying to take down these zealots. Let's see if he can do it. Does get one of them, does get two without losing a single ling, so really, really good job by him. We're going to see TT1's probe coming in here now. He doesn't know whether or not any gas has been mined yet. This is his first scout, or his second scout of the game even. And I mean, he can see that the lings don't have speed, but he could be hiding a lair or something at the moment. He doesn't know for sure. We're actually going to have TT1 trying to break in here with a zealot. Not going to see the zerglings, so that's going to be a little win for jOjO. Actually see a Citadel of Adun and a gateway coming up, so going to be skipping Stargate for now. Knows he doesn't have to worry about lair. But is this going to work out for him? He's actually going to go into a Hydralisk Den behind this. Now, if he can get a Hydralisk up in the main, maybe he can make something happen. A good amount of Hydralisks should be able to take down the cannons, maybe able to take down some zealots. Of course, there is 3 cannons at the front, 1 in the mineral line as well, and a second pylon being added up there just to be sure. And I mean, jOjO is far from out of the woods, but he is catching up in supply. He is getting a decent drone saturation at his bases. Evo chamber is up. That's going to be for a spore colony behind the Overlord, so it's going to stop any potential Stargate. But obviously, he doesn't know this is not coming in yet. Now, a single ling has been sent over. Kind of funny if you look at TT1's base, it's like he's playing campaign, because his base is next to a Zerg base right now. I mean, this is even a very campaign-esque CPU base as well, just two Sunkens, no minerals, and a hatchery. But still, it's slowly working for jOjO. He's going to be adding on more and more drones. Looks like he may even be adding on another hatchery as well, so maybe this isn't going to be for a Hydral in, but here we go. Looks like we're going to have the Zergling, or the Zealots, moving in to try and clean this up. A lot of lings, though, coming in from above. The Sunkens doing a great amount of damage, and he's gonna hold his proxy base for now. And TT1 losing a lot of zealots. Their speed is about to be finished though. There is currently 6 gateways. Yeah, 6 gateways in the main, 1 in the natural, so that's 7 gates overall. Templar Archives is done. I know we saw a DT coming in there as well. And a lot more units actually being added on now. Wow, still actually droning up at his main and natural. Could jOjO be going for the counter greed? Like, oh, we're going to see zealots moving in again. They get the first Sunken. They get a lot of lings, with the second Sunken holding strong for now. Hatchery looks like it could survive. No, it does look like it's going to go down now. But that's a valiant effort to keep hold of this base in his opponent's base. And I mean, another set of lings are going to come out, but this is 4 plus 1 zealots doing so much damage to this hatchery. Oh, DT's actually cleaning up the lings in the middle of the map. That's a little bit unfortunate for jOjO. Doesn't manage to notice that. Now, it looks like 2 lings gonna be trying to move out, see what they can see. Did he see the robo? No, he didn't. So this hatchery gonna go down. It would be really cool if he built a drone here and rebuilt it later on, but I don't think he's gonna do that. That would be incredibly weird. I kind of want to keep an eye on these lava though. They stay there for a long time. But here we go. Looks like we're going to have the Zealots moving across the map with an Archon. TT1 not going for a style he showed off in week 1. He's not going to add a Dark Archon right away. Going to see what damage he can do. Now it looks like 14 lings actually went down now. I can see that no probes or drones went down even. We got the 3rd hatchery up in reserve now as the 3rd base. And jOjO is looking in a decent spot. Now this is a very strong army for the units he has. No +1 attack or anything. No carapace, so nothing coming out of that just yet. Creep colonies being added on now. Looks like TT1 is sniffing out a 3rd hatchery. but there's not really too much you can say other than that. TT1 not actually checking up in the top left. Kind of interesting, but probably thinks he has enough to break. Now TT1 did go for a Dark Archon. 14 kills on that guy. He is the merge of two heroes of... I can never call... It's not Call Tiras, is it? That's the human kingdom in Warcraft 3 and World of Warcraft now, Warcraft 2 as well. But either way, whatever the planet is of the Dark Templar, he is going to be a hero. So we see TT1 moving into the third base. The units going down the hatchery, going to go down as well. A huge storm going down on top of the Hydras. They're going to try and come in to defend. Another big storm once again. There's just too little, too late for jOjO, and TT1 with incredible macro right now off of 7 gateways, working his way up to max, is going to be able to take this down. Looks like there was no extra units or anything built up here, and it looks like jOjO is going to fall here. I mean, he has 6 Hydralisks to try and hold off about 2 control groups of Zealots, a couple of Templar, and an Archon. So we're going to have the Dark Archon come down here as well. It does have enough energy for Maelstrom. Now, don't know if we have that research just yet, but it's likely we will do. TT1 is a fan of that spell, and he likes showing off as well. He is, of course, an American player, so it does... Well, not an American player, he's a North American player. I believe TT1 is actually Canadian, so... wait, is he? Am I confused? No, TT1 I'm fairly certain is Canadian. I think he lives in America. But either way, looks like we're going to have a quick cleanup here from TT1. jOjO down on 38 supply at the moment. Looks like this is actually Maelstrom researching here. I don't think that's feedback. No, wait. You know what? I actually have no idea what the upgrades are for Dark Archons. Maybe this is even mind control. Like, just mind controlling a drone for no reason would actually be pretty cool. Oh, that is mind control. Okay. So TT1 playing with his food at this point. I mean, he's up over 120 supply right now. So if there's a time you're going to play with someone, it's probably in this sort of situation. Mind control, very nearly finished. Is he going to try and nab a drone and run away? I mean, he's going to be nabbing a drone against 4 sunken colonies, so not really sure I agree with that. But let's see what he can do. The Hydras move in to try and defend against this. Do manage to take down a DT, it sounded like. But looks like we are going to have a Maelstrom instead. Going to stop the Lurkers from burrowing. That's actually going to be a big move. The Lurker's going to burrow eventually, though. And there isn't an observer over here, but a nice storm on top of all of those Lurkers going to take it down. And jOjO, unfortunately, we're too little, too late, as I said before. GG. And TT1 is going to take the series 2-1. Now, okay, I was going to stay in the game in case he was going to mind control something, but he didn't. Okay, so that was a fairly straightforward game by TT1. Well, I say straightforward, jOjO very nearly had him early on with his insane all in there, but unfortunately for jOjO and unfortunately for Zergs everywhere, we saw 2 proxy hatcheries today so far, and neither of them worked. So that's a little bit unfortunate for fans of Zerg, but there's not really too much you can do about that. Now, we're actually going to be heading into Game 4 with FBW up 2-1. Can the 4th player here for FBW clean this up? Or are we going to see an ace match? We'll find out when we get back to this.